satisfied.
Overall, his impact on society and his impact on various communities in our country has been unbelievably substantial. I think his political impact has also been quite substantial.
I think it's really effective now because people that I know who hate Obama, they still know, exactly what's going on. They know, where to find out the information right away. Like, I feel like people can get a lot more involved because they know what's going on, and because on, the opposite end, someone's reaching out with like the social networking and things like that to make those connections.
He realizes that, the internet does exist and like millions and billions of people like use it, I don't really think that it's as much of an issue of did Obama like reach out to me, like is Obama like using this as, some kind of agenda to like get people on his side. I think really like what it's about is just like, are we really recognizing all of the facilities that we have to communicate with people? And until this election, it hasn't been that way.
How important is healthcare to you right now?
Incredibly important.
I still have my parents' healthcare, but that will change shortly, which is a little bad. So it is pretty important to me.
I'm, that part of the demographic that really has never had to think about that before.
I'll be honest that I'm not taking it as seriously as I should be. I'm not, looking into it as much as I should be, considering how soon it's going to seriously affect me.
People are now aware that we do need to be making this shift to universal health care.
I still don't even know where I stand. Like, I'm starting to realize as I talk with people who are, completely on one side or the other, that both sides have very valid points. I mean, maybe not necessarily all their points are valid, but they each do have valid points.
How concerned are you about the economy and the recession?
I actually think it's being handled pretty well. Again, like, nonetheless, this is still a recession, and one administration just walking in can't change it a couple months later. This is something that has been ongoing, has slowly been turning into what it is now. So it's going to be a really long process, but I think it's being addressed pretty well.
It does concern me quite a bit. It concerns me for our kids because we are definitely the generation of like Paris Hilton and like everyone thinks that they deserve like everything in the world, and it's really disgusting like how materialistic our culture's gotten. And it's kind of karma kicking us in the ass for it and like telling our kids that like that's totally an okay view to have on money when like it's really not at all.
Is there something about this year that's motivating you to vote for the midterm elections?
I feel like I'm a little bit more aware about things. Before, I just didn't really care as much. Just like, it's not going to make a difference. So I feel like I'm a little more aware about things. I feel like I've also kind of seen the process a little bit longer and started to understand the process a little bit longer. So I think it's more of just the fact that I can kind of grasp more of what's going on. I care about it at least a little bit more, even if it's not as much as many people. I still care about it more than I did before.
Because we're kind of finally starting to realize that we need to do something. That there needs to be like a huge like movement and like flux of like younger people, younger minds, newer ideas, let's face it, better ideas coming into politics, coming into power, because like this is what we need. Like this is the future. It is 2009. Get with it.
My name is Katie Daly. I go to American University. I'm 21 years old.
My name is William Haynes Calhoun. I'm 20 years old, about to be 21 in January, and I'm from Washington, D.C.